Right, welcome guys. Disney is being sued again. Another lawsuit going through. I don't think this one will do anything, quite frankly. They're being sued by Peter Cushing's mate for using his likeness in Rogue One, a Star Wars story, years after the fact. I don't quite get this one. I don't think this one's going to go through. It does seem a bit strange, almost opportunistic, one could say. I don't know. It's a weird one. So this isn't like the traditional fuck Disney like that. This is just just letting you know because it's a bit weird. And it's bad publicity, obviously, but I think most people, no matter what you think about Disney, will be looking at this going, "What? Why are you doing it now?" You know, like 8 years after the fact. Really strange. So, as this article says, Disney is being sued for using the late Peter Cushing's likeness in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I mean, look, that deepfake type thing was a crime against humanity, but goodness me, suing them? Alright. Sorry, I couldn't help that. That was a terrible joke, but I couldn't help it. So, a legal battle that has been brewing for years now is going to trial. So, apparently it has been brewing for years, but no one's really heard about it. So it's going to trial with a High Court ruling that Tyburn Film Productions can proceed with their lawsuit against Disney Lucasfilm for using the late Peter Cushing's likeness in 2016's Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Now that's interesting alone, I think, that it is a film production company suing another film production company. So the movie featured the return of A New Hope's villainous Grand Moff Tarkin with ILM, advanced computer-generated technology used to resurrect the legendary actor for several scenes. It was one of the first examples of a studio employing what's come known as digital necromancy to bring a deceased actor's character back to the screen, but far from the last. There's been loads of it now. And it's, people don't really like it. It's just a bit weird and a bit odd. So anyway, in 2019, so again, still 3 years after the fact. So it is still years after it. But whatever. So in 2019, Tyburn Film Productions, which is run by one of Cushing's oldest friends, Kevin Francis, claimed that the company had entered into an agreement with the actor prior to his death, which would prevent the reproduction of his likeness through special effects without their consent. So, Tyburn Film Productions had the ability to consent to his likeness being put through, I guess. So Disney tried to get the bid thrown out, but it was rejected, and a judge has now ruled that the case will go to trial. So, I mean, Tyburn Film Productions, they must think they've got merit for this, but it does seem weird, doesn't it? You know, 3 years after the film, Tyburn Film Productions are like, "Oh, we're going to sue you." It's like, well, why didn't you do it straight away? Why didn't you do it when the trailer was released? Was he in the trailer? So the companies had a bid to have the claim thrown out, rejected by a judge last December, which they challenged at a hearing in London in July. But in a ruling on Monday, Deputy High Court Judge Tom Mitchison, KC, dismissed the appeal, stating the case should go to trial. So in his ruling, the judge said that while he was, quote, far from persuaded that Tyburn Film Productions would succeed in its claim, the case was not, quote, unarguable, and a, quote, full factual inquiry was needed. So the trial will now go at a later date. It is weird. That is an odd one. That's a super, super odd one. I don't have much else to say here, really. I just think, why? Just bizarre. What a bizarre turn of events. Why did you wait 3 years? Why is it now 5 years after that as well? It's an odd one. What do you guys think? Any merit in this? Let me know down below. I mean, how do you argue this unless they've got some form of documentation? Who knows? But yeah, Disney gets sued pretty much all the time now, which makes a lot of sense. They're a big company. They deal with a lot of people, and a lot of stuff falls through the cracks. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. I'd love to hear it. That's it. I don't have much else to say. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye now.